Hey gang, DVD collector back in the movie room. DC.
Marvel.
DC.
Marvel.
DC.
Marvel.
Marvel.
DC.
Hey gang, DVD collector and Gannon back for another day in the life of me, but I guess it's a day in the life of us. And today we're going to talk about the subject of the Marvel and the DC universe. We're both wearing DC shirts, but he's wearing a Raven shirt, I'm wearing a Batman shirt. But that's because I am a huge DC fan. Huge.
Huge.
Are you Team Marvel or Team DC?
I don't know. I like them both.
Just in general, not in movie wise.
Marvel. Not Marvel, DC.
DC. Yeah, and I'm a huge DC fan and always have been. But we're not here to talk about our love of Marvel and DC. We're here to talk about the films, the Marvel Universe, Cinematic Universe, and the DC Cinematic Universe. First, we're going to go through what we have so far, and then we're going to talk about our thoughts. They have them in a book that just happens to be a Marvel notebook. Okay, we're going to talk about DC first. There's not a whole lot of DC out there. Now, I'm not going to talk about past films, but I'm going to talk about what is the modern shelf that they're trying to build here. We have Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, and the upcoming Justice League. All of which, well, except for the Justice League,
have been out.
I absolutely love.
Oh,
you love all three?
I don't like Batman vs. Superman.
I don't like Batman vs. Superman. I love Man of Steel. Man of Steel is probably one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. So, there we go. Now, Marvel, however, we have how they set it up in phases. I'm going to let Gannon read Phase 1.
Phase 1. Okay, I can do that. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, The Avengers.
Okay. That is Phase 1. Now, what they're doing is they're setting up for a Marvel Universe. Unlike DC that just did Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, and now JLA.
Don't they have more movies than that?
This is the current universe.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's tons of DC.
I didn't get that.
Tons of DC superhero movies, but this is the current universe that they're trying to create. And while we'll get into this in a minute. Phase 2, Iron Man 3, Thor: Dark World, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. All right. What's cool about this phase right here is the fact that they are bringing in lesser known characters, giving them life, and making them important. Okay, right here we're putting in Winter Soldier, which we almost have to because Captain America is such an icon in this universe. Guardians, is one of my absolute favorite Marvel movies in these phases. And it's probably the least known by regular normal fans. Okay, and then you end this phase with Ant-Man.
Oh, that was gonna sneeze.
Who thought Ant-Man would do any good? I
liked Ant-Man.
I loved Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was really good.
But when I went into Ant-Man, I was like, Paul Rudd, this is... Oh, Marvel, you're going to have your first bomb. And I left loving it. Perfect comedy, action, superhero film.
You got a little person to eat it.
Phase 3.
Oh, you want me to do Phase 3? Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Spider-Man: Homecoming.
All right, and they have more of Phase 3 to come. They're just not, Ragnarok and Infinity Gauntlet, and they'll come out later on.
Infinity Gauntlet? They're making that into a thing?
Isn't that Infinity War?
Oh, okay.
It's about the gauntlet.
Okay.
So, what we have here is Marvel has the formula. They have it written out for you. How do you make a superhero universe?
Have lots of heroes.
There it is. It's wrote out for you. You put them in movies, and then every now and then you make a team movie, and you create this gigantic universe that everybody's going to fall in love with. DC, however, and I'm a DC fanboy, has never done anything except Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Now, before Wonder Woman was brought into, and I'm not talking TV shows, and I'm not talking cartoons or nothing like that, I'm talking theater, cinema, movies. Superman and Batman. Batman has been relaunched. You know, we
A
have
bazillion times.
the Batman from the 80s. Then we have the Tim Burton Batman.
Oh, I love the Tim Burton
not
Batman.
the Tim Burton man. They're the ones from the 80s.
I love Tim Burton.
We have Tim Burton, we have Joe Schumacher, and then we have
Dark Knight.
Christopher Nolan, which is the Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and
I hated Dark
thing
Knight.
like that. But which I loved. But that Batman didn't belong in this world. So what do? We relaunch it. We got Superman from the 70s. Superman's 1978 is probably one of the best superhero films made until Man of Steel.
Wasn't that black and white?
No, that was the one with Christopher Reeves in it.
Act like I know who that is.
And then there's Superman Returns, which I like because I'm a Superman fan. But as far as the film goes, that's what it looks like. If I was a film, it'd look like this. But anyway, so now we go into the current universe. We have Man of Steel. We have Batman versus Superman. We have Wonder Woman leading into the Justice League. And then so far we also have in the works we have Aquaman and Flash.
Aquaman's gonna have his own movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're slowly building, but Marvel's already built it. So pick up the speed, DC. Plus then we go into the TV shows, which is almost the core of this. Which we have Netflix coming up with Daredevil, Jessica Jones,
Oh, I hate Jessica Jones.
Luke Cage,
The Defenders.
Iron Fist, Defenders, Punisher. Just a great little...
If they have a Daredevil show and a Punisher show, why don't they make an Elektra show?
She's in the new series of...
Oh, she is?
She's in the Defenders.
Oh, she is? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But anyway, they have this small little compact universe that they made that is just amazing. And then we have the other Marvel stuff. What did we just talk about? They have the Inhumans.
Oh, they're the Inhumans that are coming out.
They have
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So DC's TV,
is
Supergirl, Flash,
Arrow,
Gotham, and Legends of Tomorrow, or Legions
Yeah,
of
Legend.
Tomorrow, or
The Black Iron Fist show.
the Black Firestorm.
Oh, Iron.
And then the Atom that's just like a robot. And is Supergirl on that team? I've never watched the first episode because it
The
looks
Legion
like...
of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I know Hawkgirl's in it.
Hawk Girl. You know, whatever.
I like Hawkgirl.
But so
Hawkgirl's
DC's, even DC's TV is lacking.
cool. I like DC's TV better than Marvel's until probably Inhumans comes out.
Well, I love Daredevil and all those
Well, I
things.
like Supergirl.
Well, I like Supergirl. Supergirl and the Flash are probably their best thing. I kind of really enjoy Green Arrow though.
I never seen that.
But you know what we're saying is Marvel versus DC. I think Marvel's got the edge. But you know what? I'm just, as a comic book fan, and Gannon's just now getting to the comic book bug like I was when I was his age. We now have. What are you doing?
I don't know. Is everybody okay? Hello? Okay. Sounds like a dying cat. We're not going to get into that. We don't know what that was.
Cat just got him some. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Gannon's into comic books now like I was. And I
like more comic books than you.
Whatever, who cares?
I do.
I've been reading comic books for almost 40 years. Gannon's been reading comic books. We're both into them a lot. But that's what makes us fanboys so happy that all of this comic book stuff is happening now. The more they do, the more pleased I am. I'm not a friend of change, just like most comic book fans. But I've given into this and set it aside and said, you know what, this is just going to be new stuff. And for a lot of people, it is new stuff. So we'll just sit back and enjoy and see where they go, and hope DC picks up the pace. You ready? Wonder Twin powers. Activate.
Oh.
Form of.
You say form of.
Form of.
You're the one who says form of.
I'm thinking of what to do.
Oh.
Form of a popsicle.
Shape of water. I don't know.
We can't both be. Well, you have to be an animal.
Oh, I have to be an animal. Okay. Let's try that again.
We totally screwed that up. Wonder Twin powers.
Ow!
Form of a frozen shoe.
Shape of a kangaroo.
Oh, we're so clever.
We didn't totally just make that up.
So whether you like Marvel or DC,
we don't care.
I could care less. But look at this cool watch I got.
Oh wow, so neat.
Ding!
Let's start today.
You know what they say?
Everything's greener.
Everything's greener.
Kermit. All your dreams. I don't know.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
I can do a really good robot lady.
Do a robot lady.
Press start to enter. I don't know what I'm doing.
Thank you very much. Harry Potter? Are you Harry Potter?
I'm not Harry Potter.
Oh. What else?
I don't know. I don't know any other movie lines.
Oh, anyway.
You shall not pass.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
That's just a flesh wound. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I'm not dead. I'm rather okay now. Can I take a walk? Shut up. But I'm rather okay.
The heck was that?
Monty Python.
Oh.
But you know what?
Put the cookie down.
Put the cookie down. Game over.